Welcome to Operations and Supply Chain University. I'm Jerry Wright. This is Ops University Lean Six Sigma Black Belt Certification course, lesson number 13, ANOVA and Chi-Square tests. So ANOVA basically means analysis of variance. It's when we're looking at more than just two data samples. It's three or more, and we want to see if they're statistically different from the others, whether it's in mean or sigma level or whatever you want to look at, whatever characteristic. Now, ANOVA typically looks at three sources of variability. There's total variability among all observations, variation between the subgroup means, and random variation within each group. There are two main types of ANOVA. There's one-way ANOVA and two-way ANOVA. Now, SigmaZone SPC XL and DOE Pro can help you through one-way ANOVA, ANOVA for MSA, and for design of experiments, which utilizes analysis of variance techniques. Now in SigmaZone, if you look at the screenshot, you can see under Analysis Tools, you can choose one-way ANOVA. It's right there. You can see it, Analysis of Variance. Here's an example. Let's say I've got yellow belt, green belt, and black belt scores, and there's much more data than you can see here. I put that in, one-way ANOVA, I run my samples, and you can see here, my p-value is small. It's much less than 0.05, then we'd have to reject the null hypothesis. Since our p-value is actually much higher than that, there's going to be a chance that all three means are equal. And if you look at the average, 64.2, 64.2, and 64.2, that means that I've got pretty much the same information there. Now, chi-square is more for attribute data. Chi-square is a hypothesis test where both input factors and output results are categorical or attribute data, so they're not directly used like you could do an analysis of variance. In the chi-square hypothesis, it is assumed that the variables are independent, and so the null hypothesis assumes the data is independent. So if the p-value is less than 0.05, meaning it's very low, we would reject HO, meaning the data is dependent or it is related. Now, remember, with all hypothesis testing, when we reject the null hypothesis, HO, if the p-value is small, so if the p is low, the HO must go. Just remember that to keep it simple. Now, the Lean Six Sigma Pocket Toolbook, pages 182 to 183, can give you more on the chi-square test. Now, let's go through this. There's a little bit of math involved, so chi-squared is not one that most people are happy to do, but here's the process. So identify the variables or factors. Say Lean Six Sigma Green Belt students liked or didn't like their class, or took or didn't take the Lean Six Sigma Black Belt class based on that. Collect the data, summarize the data in a table. You'll see that on the next page. Develop an expected frequency table, and then compute the relative squared differences. That's where the chi-squared comes from. Add all the relative squared differences to get the chi-squared factor, and then determine the p-value. Again, SigmaZone SPC XL software can do that for you. Chi-squared also requires degrees of freedom, or the number of independent factors we observe. Now you can see page 178 in the Lean Six Sigma Pocket Toolbook for more information on the degrees of freedom. SigmaZone SPC XL can help you work through the chi-square hypothesis testing for your specified confidence interval. So let's look at this example in more detail. We've collected the data. Lean Six Sigma students liked the green belt, didn't like the green belt, end up taking the black belt, or didn't take the black belt class. You can see the data here. The liked was 15, the didn't take the black belt was 35. Didn't like it was 5, and also didn't take the black belt was 10. And you can see we have to total those up. So we have 50 and 15, and then on the columns we have 20 and 45 for a total of 65. Now we need to determine the expected frequency. So the expected frequency is they took the black belt and they liked the green belt. Well, that's 15.38. So you take the number out of the total. Didn't take it was 34.62. Didn't like it was 4.62, and then didn't take the black belt was 10.38. So you take that reference, get the relative differences. So again, they're pretty small. You can see them here. And then determine the relative squares. And again, we square to remove the negatives, right? So sum the relative squares to get chi-square. The chi-square value is 0.06. Determine the p-value with SigmaZone. You see in here, the p-value is pretty high. It's 0.8. So with the two factors observed, there is n-1 or just 1 degree of freedom. Since the p-value is greater than 0.05, we cannot reject the null hypothesis, which says the factors are independent. The factors are, in fact, assumed to be dependent. So again, a little more math, a little more work to do with chi-square. But again, if you use Sigma Zone, it can help you get to that pretty easily. Again, we've referenced this before. We'll reference it again. The Lean Six Sigma Pocket Toolbook is a great reference to have on hand as you work through some of these hypothesis tests. That's it for ANOVA and Chi-Squared. Thank you.